What's up, y'all? Welcome to my tutorial on how to make a livery for your FiveM vehicle. All you have to do is you have to get a template in your vehicle, of course. If you don't have a template, then you can't make liveries. You also need a photo editing software. This can be GIMP, Photoshop, anything. Today I'll be using Photoshop. If you want to use this exact car, feel free. I'll leave it in the description down below. You just gotta download the file. Now that you've downloaded your file, just go ahead and open it. It's going to be a RAR file, so I suggest getting WinRAR. Open up the file and go to where it says template, and your template's going to be right here. Before we start working on the template, we're going to get the vehicle set up in OpenIV. Just open up OpenIV, go to GTA 5, Windows. Turn on edit mode, go into your mods folder. If you don't have one, create one. Now all you have to do is just drag and drop this file into here, and boom, it's ready to go. Now that we've got that ready, let's open up Photoshop. Now let's take our template and just drag and drop it. Now that we've got the livery in Photoshop, all we have to do is find the design we want. We can do that by going to Google or whatever search browser you use and searching up what you want to do. So if you want to do LSPD, VCSO, honestly whatever, then you can do that. I'm just going to search up police department vehicle. Now go to images, and there's plenty of cars here, so let's find a good one. Okay, this design looks pretty good. So let's just go into Photoshop. We can see that the whole car is black. I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna do a black and white. I'm just gonna pretty much take the design. So let's do this as black. Press G for your bucket. Select your color here. Fill that. Create another layer, and then hide the color that you want. Now, if you want your inside of your door sills to be a different color, just go up here, have another layer added, select that, and all you have to do is hold shift, left click, and just keep clicking around. Now we can fill this in, and perfect. Now our body shells will be white. Now that we've done that, we're going to create another layer, and we are going to do the white kind of outline here. So just grab your brush tool. I'm going to set this to 8, and make sure that your mode is on normal for brush. Now hold shift, left click, and just keep left clicking up while maintaining on this line. I suggest going before the line so it doesn't leak over and look bad. You can go on the line a little bit, but don't go over it entirely. So now you just want to outline all around this line. So now that you've gotten down here, all you want to do is really just follow this bottom line down here. Very simple, just like that. So I'm making a little mistake there. All I have to do is just press Control Z and it'll go away. But now that I've pressed Control Z, I have to re-click it here and then continue following down this line. Now if you want, you can go around the fender here, but personally I think it looks bad, so I'm just gonna go right down here. Now, once again, here's going to be the bottom little skirt. You can go all the way down, but I'm just going to go right across. Once again, make sure you stay outside the line so it doesn't leak over like I just did. Now, I'm just going to erase this little bit here so it doesn't leak over and look bad. Now that I've done that, all I have to do is just press G, fill this in, and boom. Now I want to get this outline on the other side of the car, so I'm just going to duplicate it. Now I'm going to click Edit, Transform, Flip Horizontal, press V for my selection tool, and now I can just move it. Make sure you have the copy selected. Now you just have to pretty much line this up, and boom, just like that, it's exactly lined up. Now you can start working on your design. So I'm just gonna do the police thing first. So I'm going to get my logo. I have a bunch of images saved in my photos here, livery images, and I pretty much have everything here. You're gonna have to probably go online and get some of these logos and stuff. I'm going to use this LSPD logo. Now I'm going to hide both of these so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to press Control T to minimize this or change its thing, and just slightly move it down a bit. It's a little small. I'm gonna fit it right in between there. So now for my design, I'm gonna do a really big P so it covers the whole thing, just like this. Actually, never mind, I think that looks bad. I'm just gonna do police, move it over. I'm going to stretch it out by pressing Control T, holding Shift, and then moving this over like that. Now, down here, I'm gonna make this smaller. I'm gonna make it, say, Los Santos. Now, since it's white, it's not going to show on the door here, so I'm gonna change its color to black. If your thing ever goes to this rather than this, then just make sure your caps lock is off. I'm gonna set both of these to black, and perfect. Now I'm gonna work on the little design. So I want the text to go over the design, so I'm just gonna create a layer underneath all the texts and logos. And I want my color to be the blue that's right here. So I'm going to press I, get my dropper tool, select it, and it gets selected up here. Now, if you want to do kind of a curve thing, it's really hard to do if you don't have smoothing on. So here, I'll try to do a curve here. So that's without smoothing, right? It's pretty bad. Now, if I turn on smoothing, then do it, it's a lot easier and better looking. So if I go back to my design here, you can see how it kind of, does its arc. So it starts at the little fender here. I'm just going to go like that. That arc looks kind of bad, so I'm going to try it again. It's a little too high up. You really got to do a bunch of trial and error if you want it to look good. So just like that. I'm going to do it up here again. Now I want it to kind of come to a standstill here. Now I have to redo this whole thing. So just like that. And then just like that. Now I can kind of fix it up a bit here. Oh, my bad. Now I'm gonna go back, and I'm going to kind of put these two together. I'm gonna erase it a bit so it's not leaking over the line. I'm really gonna make this kind of perfect, so just put it right like this. Now that all these lines are attached, I can just go like that. Then again, this looks pretty bad, but this is just a tutorial. Now, I have a 911 emergency dial thing that you can just put on the back of your car. I will put it in the description to the download link. It's not mine. I didn't make it. It's off of lscpdfr.com, so I'll just throw the download link in the description. I'm going to put that right there, and perfect. Personally, I like to put an American flag and badge number up there. So I'm just going to go to my images, American flag, size it down to right there. That's about good. Now this is covered in black, so I'm going to change its text color to white, and I'm just going to do badge number 0402. Now this is a little big, so I'm going to size it down. And boom, just like that. Now, this is pretty much done. What I like to do is go ahead and select all these. You can do that by holding Control and selecting all of them. And I'm just going to put them in a group. I'm going to rename this to left door, as it is the left. Right click, duplicate, rename this to right door, open it up, select all of these by holding Control and left click. No, I did not have to copy these. So hold Control, left click, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Now everything's going to be backwards, and that's what you kind of have to do for the design. Now, you really have to kind of guess where to put all this stuff. You want to make sure it fits perfectly. And right there looks about good. So now you have to individually go through all of these, edit, transform, flip horizontal, and just do that for every single thing that isn't the design. There. Now this is both done, and I can reselect these, and perfect. Now this is what it looks like so far, but we're not quite done yet. You can finish here, but I'm gonna finish the rest of the car. First we're gonna start with this up here. It usually fits if it's 400, usually, and I'm just gonna put my unit number here again, 0402. Now, I realize that the text here isn't showing because I have to recolor that to black. Perfect. Now, I press Control T and just kind of aim down here, and I can turn it, or you can do it up here. Boom, just like that. Now, this is a little big, so I'm going to size it down. Let's go 350. Yeah, that should be good. And I'm also going to write LSPD, select, press Control T, -90, kind of put these two together so they're lined up. Photoshop will kind of automatically line it up for you, and I'm going to move it over just a little bit, and perfect. Now they're kind of together. Now that's it for the roof. Make sure it looks good. Perfect. Now we're going to go over here. You don't have to do this, but I'm just deciding to. I'm gonna size it down. I'm going to say police. If you're doing sheriff, I should suggest you do sheriff. If you're doing state police, then do state police. Or honestly, put whatever you want. I'm going to make this exact, so I'm just going to do it to 90. Put that there. make sure it's pretty much in the center. And perfect. Now let's work on the back here. Once again, I have chevrons. I will find the download link, put them in this description, and you can download them. Now, I'm just going to do white and transparent since the body color is black. I'm going to kind of line it up here. I want to do the whole back of the charger on this little section here. So I'm just going to resize it, move that down a little, move that up by holding Shift T, move it across, and move it across. Now you can't really see where the line is on this, so what I'm going to do is just create a layer and make sure it's above this. Hide that. Kind of just go around here on where this little outline thing is, so it's not leaking through. Now perfect. Now I can show that again, and just like that. Now I suggest you turn this on so you can see it, but it's black so you can't really see it that good. So just go ahead, make sure you have your eraser tool selected, and oh yeah, if you click on it and you try to erase it and it shows this, you have to rasterize it. So you go here, rasterize, perfect. Now it can be erasable. So just erase it on the outside of the black line here so it doesn't leak through. And boom, just like that. And that should be good. Now, go over here, erase. Doesn't have to be perfect. It looks a lot better if it is, but it's also very time consuming. I just keep going like that. Perfect. Now, if you want to make sure there's nothing else there, you can just put this back to white, and there is some stuff leaking through, so I'm just going to select this, select it, make sure it's selected. Oh, I accidentally made that whole thing. Okay, go down here, go like that, reselect this, and edit it. Perfect. Now go down here, and if I hide this, this is out of range, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to recolor this to black, hide it, and boom, that's done. Now you can just delete this line here. Perfect. Now it is kind of bleeding through. You can fix it if you want to. I'm just going to do a little quick fix here. It's not going to look that good, but this is just a tutorial, so I don't mind. And boom, just like that. Now you can put your little design back here. Once again, I'm going to go here, American flag, size it down. Let's go to right about there. I'm also going to put the LSPD logo back here. It looks a lot better if they're around the same size. So right there looks about good. I'm gonna hide the chevron. Now I can see right here that it's right there on that side, and it's up a little bit. Once again, Photoshop will kind of do its auto placing for you. And right there should be about equal. Never mind, it's right here. There we go, perfect. Now that that's done, I'm just gonna go down here, make sure my thing is white so it's not the same color as my body color, resize it, just do lspd.com/apply, or you could really do anything you want down there. Perfect. I'm gonna put a little Los Santos, oops, Santos. It's a little big. I'm gonna size it down. Perfect, just like that. You can move it pixel by pixel by using your arrow keys. Just like that. And that should be good enough. Alright, now make sure to reshow your transparent chevron. Now that's pretty much done for the bumper. You can add bumper stickers, so like that. And then I also have a Crime Stoppers sticker. You can find these online in the Google Images Now once again, make sure these are roughly the same size. I'm just going to size this down a bit. Size this down, put it over. It's still a little big. And right there should be good enough. I'm just going to place it right here. And right about here is the same spot-ish. They're not the same shape, so it's going to be a little off, but that should be good enough. Now, that's everything that I'm going to do for my little design, so it's good. It's good to go. I'm just going to export it. Export as PNG. Now, if I were you, I would create my own little folder for it. So I'm going to go here, new folder, tutorial livery. Just like that, save it. And if there's any mistakes, you should save the PSD file so you can go back and fix it. Tutorial livery, save, perfect. Now open up OpenIV. Find where you put your thing. It's right here. Go into your stream folder, YTD, type sign. Here it is, right here. Right now there is no livery on it. I'm gonna go here, liveries, tutorial livery. Now I'm gonna rename this one to sign_2. So this will add multiple liveries onto it. It will have two liveries. One with the actual livery that you've just made and an unmarked livery. So just save that. It's gonna take a bit to save. If you want your livery to look really good, all you have to do is just go to properties, put your map levels to 1, pixel format DXT5, and that's good. And put your view to this and untick original size, or else it'll look like that. If you do have everything set to this, it's going to take up more space, but it makes the livery look a lot better. So just save that, wait for it to finish saving. Go to the YFT file to look at it. You can kind of look at your livery and make sure there's no kind of mistakes. If there is, you can fix them if you want. See, there's a little bit bleeding through here, but this is just a tutorial, so I don't really care. What I do want to go back and fix, though, is this roof. So, good thing that I saved the PSD, or I just have my Photoshop open. So I'm going to untick this, go all the way up here, close that, put a layer above it. Now since I'm making this white, I'm going to recolor this to black, and also recolor this to black. I'm going to go like that, just cover all around here. Just like that, and this layer is above the text, so it's going to hide it, so I'm just going to kind of move it all the way down to the bottom here, and just like that, perfect. You don't have to do the exact design around the template, just as long as it's covering everything, you will be fine. Now while I'm in here, I might as well just fix this little mess up that I've done. I'm just going to select that here, that's a little far. Just like that, perfect. And this one was also leaking through just a little bit down here, I believe. And perfect. Reapply this file, export, quick export, save, yes, file, save, so it updates your PSD file. Go back to the YTD, make sure your YFT thing isn't open, or else this YTD will not open. Go back here, drag and drop. Click OK, save, let it save, and go to your YFT file, and it's in. Now look around for more mistakes. This was kind of fixed up, not really, and this looks good. Some of these extras might still be covering it, but that's fine. You can move it down, resize it, do whatever you want, but this looks pretty good. Now, everything looks pretty bad in OpenIV. Trust me, it's going to look a lot better in game. But that should be everything. You can pretty much just follow this tutorial for whatever you want to do. Making liveries for multiple different vehicles is pretty much the same thing. You can self-teach yourself along the way. You'll find mistakes, figure out how to fix them, and you'll be all good. If you need extra support, join my Discord. It'll be in the description below, and have a good day.